Dream Team, it's your boy D Neal back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are with Moving to America Alone Destroyed Me. I'm excited to hear what she's about to talk about and how it destroyed her. But before we do, make sure you subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Social media and Patreon, all up top. You know, subscribe to any of it. Put all the links in the description. All you gotta do is hit the link, follow me, talk to me. I love talking to you guys, and I'm human. I talk back. If you got a favorite video suggestion, you can subscribe to Patreon, or in the description section there's a Google form link. Oh my god!
I decided to film this video outside because, look guys, it's Los Angeles. How beautiful. And I decided to film this video at 6 a.m. because, look guys, Los Angeles, how beautiful. I moved from Sydney, Australia to Los Angeles, California in February of 2015. And that is why my accent is slowly fading over time. My parents said that I
I can still hear the accent. But it's not a strong accent. I don't know how it was in 2015. So but I can still hear.
My accent is slowly fading over time. My parents said that I wasn't allowed to move until I got a college degree, which I actually needed to get the visa to move anyway. So I got a Bachelor of Arts in Communications. Media Arts and Productions was my major. Look at us now. I didn't even go to my graduation. I left before like my class walked or whatever. I didn't give a mail me my certificate. I don't care. I'm starting a new life. And you know what? Ain't that just the American dream? I don't really know. I was doing college. I went to UTS, the University of Technology, Sydney. I didn't really care about the workload because I just needed like the degree. But I had 3 extra jobs. So I would wake up 5 in the morning, get to my job in Surrey Hills. Don't know if anyone's relating to any of this. I worked at a cafe called The Reservoir in Surrey Hills. So I would work there from 6 until, I don't know, 2. And then I would drive to my class. I would always be 30 minutes late and leave 30 minutes early because my classes were 3 hours long and parking was 2 hours. I was a terrible student, really bad. After that, I would go to nannying. I was a nanny like 4 days a week, and I would take care of kids. What's up, kids? Remember me? And then on the weekend, I worked at this other place called Watson's Bay Boutique Hotel, and I was basically like a bus boy. And I'm 5'2", so in the summer in Australia it was like 40 degrees, which is like, I don't know, 100. And I'd be walking around with this huge tray. I'd be like covered in people's leftover food and drink. It was like disgusting, but the pay was so good, especially on the weekends. I was making like, honestly, I want to say close to $30 an hour, but
God, put me out there in the sun and let me clean some tables. Get me $30 an hour. Oh my Lord! But 3 jobs and going to school. I've heard stories like that. I could have never done it. I could have never. Well, I worked a job and went to school, but I could have never worked more than 1 job. I couldn't do it without the school. I couldn't work more than 1 job, to be honest. This is just not in me. It's just not in me. But she worked 3 of them things and was going to school. She need a round of applause, guys. She needs it. Keep it rolling up. $30 an hour though. That's a beautiful. That's much better than a round of applause.
Especially on the
and she's very funny. She's very entertaining. I like
weekends. I was making like, honestly, I want to say close to $30 an hour. But I saved maybe like $10,000. Also, which is also not enough to move to Los Angeles. I was actually very lucky, but also blessed that my parents said that they would give me $1,000 a month for the first 6 months or a year. I don't remember. And that literally saved my ass, let me tell you. Thank you guys. My mom cried at the airport. I think I tried to hold it together, but also I was just so excited. So I flew to New York and I was meeting up with my friend Michael, and our initial plan was to drive across America and have like a road trip moment. It was gonna be so fun. Get to LA and find an apartment together. But let me Skype in Michael to get his take. Hey, Michael Berg.
Hey, Amy Ordman.
Wait, are you gonna be a little backlit?
Should I turn?
Maybe.
Maybe that's better.
Yeah, a little sunshine in South Carolina?
North Carolina, but basically.
South Carolina is where we got Subway, and then I had explosive diarrhea, and then I never had it ever again.
I mean, that checks out.
This is Michael Burke. You're from Neopak, New York.
Mm-hmm.
Is that too much information?
Well, I don't live there anymore. My parents moved here.
And we met in university. You did a semester abroad in
Yep.
Australia.
I studied abroad, and that broad was Amy.
You were like
I studied abroad, and that broad was Amy. I love these two. I can tell they're definitely as tight as they come.
I studied abroad, and that broad was Amy.
You were, I think, the first person I ever came out to. Isn't that
I was
so
thinking
cute?
about that, and I was like,
Yeah.
I think you did tell one person before me.
Maybe.
And I have no gaydar when it comes to lesbians. Like,
You didn't
so I was
believe
just
me. You were like,
I was like, no, that's no.
you said, who's your celebrity crush as like a test?
Yeah.
And then I was like, Scarlett Johansson.
And once
You
she
were
was
like-
Johansson, I was like, okay, you know what? That was very fast.
We decided I would fly to you, and then we'd road trip to LA and then live together. And
Yep. And
didn't happen. We had like a huge falling out. We went on this road trip. We went to Florida for playlist.
for playlist, and then we scooted across the bottom. Well, we came
Yeah.
up to Nashville and then scooted.
I don't know. You were driving. I was just
You were on the
there.
wrong side of the road, like you were confused.
Okay, so we'd be driving. We'd be in the middle of nowhere in the south. I just remember like no one would address me. It would just be to
Yes,
you.
they would talk to me. One time, I think it was in Texas at Whataburger, we were ordering, and he was like, and what would the lady like?
And we
What?
stayed in only Motel 6s. We didn't
Only
deviate
Motel 6s.
from
No,
that.
because I had read that it
Right.
was just recently renovated in like 2012, or like 2 years before we were doing this. So I was like,
Oh.
those will be the newest, and it's still really cheap.
It was fine.
It was fine. I will just never stay in a Motel 6 again.
No, I guess 2 fights that we would have. Well, first of all, thank you for carrying my luggage everywhere. I really wanted to drive. I couldn't take no for an answer. So I wanted to drive, and you were like, F off. No. And then you wanted to sleep in the car.
I was like, we can save $60 tonight if we sleep in this car.
I know.
Bro, that is me. He is me. I am him. I'd be like, yeah. We can just park it in the motel and just kick the seats back and just fall right asleep, save money, and be on the road the next day. I understand, but then you start thinking about, when I wake up, I'm gonna need to brush my teeth. I gotta get ready. I gotta shower. I gotta do all that. So we might just have to sacrifice $660.
Sleep in the car.
I was like, we can save $60 tonight if we sleep in this car.
I know. Should we have done it?
No, I'm happy we didn't do it. I just like didn't save up enough money, so I was just like, when I get to LA, like I can't have $0. I need like at least 1,000.
What do you remember from the fighting?
Yeah, I think it like hit in Austin. I remember that was like the big day where we had to like go our separate ways for a moment.
I remember being like in a mall and calling my mom and being like, Mom, it's not going well.
I like forget specifically what the fight was about. I don't know if it was about like room and board. I think it was just like being too close together for too long and like.
Yeah.
Do you remember also, because I was looking, Little Rock, Arkansas?
Yeah, the scariest place I've ever been to in my whole life.
I literally was
Really?
like, I am not safe. We are not safe. Like, we cannot be gay. We went to Chili's to like eat our feelings.
And then, but we had all of our stuff in our car as well, which was like, what the f?
And I think I had like a sheet over everything, like as if that was gonna help.
There's still like photos of us smiling together the whole way throughout the trip. So it's
The whole way through.
So it is confusing.
It goes to show you that Instagram and such as and the like is all a highlight reel of your life, and you can smile through the pain.
I guess, do we have any
Facts.
tips for moving to LA?
I didn't have a job. I didn't have an apartment. I didn't have friends out there. I didn't have anything set up.
I don't even know how much money you need to move to LA because it's so much. What would be a comfortable amount of money to move here?
To move, I would say like comfortably, I would say like at least 15,000. If you have a job lined up, then you know it's a little bit better.
Don't move without an apartment
Have
and a
something
job.
lined up.
Yeah.
Apartment, job. Have something lined up for you.
We
Like-
just had a dream. Places to live, and I found this woman on Craigslist. I actually have a whole story time about it. I got fully scammed. Her whole deal was getting foreigners who she thought were illegal, inviting them into her second room and then kicking them out and taking their money and just assuming that they'd be too scared to go and like seek help because she thought they were illegal. Joke's on her, I wasn't illegal. I was on a J1 visa, stupid bitch.
Yeah.
It's like a student visa, so I don't know why I said student visa. It's a student visa. You have to have graduate.
I don't know. I said student visa. It's a student visa, but that is ridiculous. That's a ridiculous scam. I hate that people. I don't hate people. I hate that people do these kind of things to other people. Like, you don't know if that's the last of somebody's money, if that's the last that they have. You don't know what situations they're in, and for you to actually try to take their money and kick them out, like that's just not right. It's just not right.
Student visa, so I don't know why I said student visa. It's a student visa. You have to have graduated, and then like within that year you can go and live in America. I honestly don't know. She seemed chill. I liked that she was a woman. She had a dog. Her apartment was like kind of gross, but kind of fine. I found her on Craigslist, so that's when you know it's legit. You dropped me off at this lady's house. I'm like, she's fine. She's a little older. She said that she was a life coach, which
That means I don't have a job. I steal people's money.
I'm a scam artist. I moved in March 1st, and then March 3rd, she came home and she slammed the door and like I don't remember, like, did she like slam her hands on the table? She was fucking scary.
You were like, I can't stay here. Like, Michael, like, I can't. Like, I have to go. Like, I have to
But
leave.
I was right. If I hadn't have just left, I would have lost more than $2,000. But my vibe, she took such a chunk of my money from me and kept it.
You didn't get any of that back.
I got $300 back, and that was it. Wow. So that was the whole thing. I had to sue her, found out that she had 5 last names, went to court. She like fabricated texts from me, like, who does that? I was like, girl, this is illegal, and she was like, you're illegal. And I was like, that was my first experience in LA, and listen, that is so indicative of what it's like to live here. Let's go to Instagram, because I asked if you guys had any questions. How do you find friends? I actually got this one quite a lot. I was lucky enough to know Jack Dodge via Twitter. Unfortunately, he lived in San Diego, so I actually moved here with a total of 0 friends. Jack introduced me to other people like Alexis G. Zoll and Madison Eisman and a bunch of other people. So that is how I met everyone that I know in LA. Thank you, Jack Dodge. Healthcare, she says. Yeah, healthcare f***ing sucks. I was paying like $400 a month for good healthcare. And the healthcare, it's still not even good. Social security numbers.
It's still not even good, yes. $400 a month. That's crazy. I don't even want to go into it. I don't want to go into it. I'm saying
for good healthcare. And the healthcare, it's still not even good. Social security numbers, what the fuck? Yeah. The people that I had gone through the J1 visa, they actually fucked up my social. Like, they didn't say that I had landed when I did or something. And so I had so many troubles with my social, and no one could figure out why it wasn't working. So I literally couldn't work. Was it difficult settling in if you didn't know anyone beforehand? Yeah, it was really difficult. It was really, really like lonely. I remember when I lived by myself in that studio where I would wash my dishes in the bathtub, and I didn't have a job, and I didn't really have like close friends. I didn't have a car. Really lonely, really homesick. I like didn't have friends or family for a long time. It was really tough to get settled in. I'd say that it took maybe like a whole year to be like settled in. How expensive was it to move all your things? I didn't move any of my things. I came with 2 suitcases and started my life over again. This is not like how to move. I would never say like do what I did, because it was not smart. I just knew that I was gonna survive. It was gonna be okay, and I was so lucky that I could always just go back if I needed to. So that's how I moved to Los Angeles from Australia. And stop commenting that my accent is going away. I'm well aware, and it really hurts my feelings for some reason. My name is Amy. I make videos every Saturday and post dating straight every Tuesday. So every that kind of thing, subscribe and hit the bell, and I will see you when I see you.
Don't call me your sweetheart.
She's so dope. She's so cool. Like she seems like a really cool, really fun very entertaining, very funny person. And I really like that vibe you get from her. But yeah, she moved to one of the most expensive cities in the country. She moved to Los Angeles. But I love that she just moved there on her dream. She just like was like, I'm gonna survive no matter what. I'm gonna make it. I'm not going home. Like, this is what I want to do. And she did it, and she's still out there, and she's settled now. She's met people. I think that's really awesome. All we got for this one. You guys got a favorite video you want to see me react to? You can subscribe to Patreon, or in the description section there's a Google form link. Hit the link, fill out your suggestion, send it to me. Want me to get yours faster? Fill out premium. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Ring notification bell. Get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Social media and Patreon, all up top. You want to subscribe to any of it? Put all the links in the description. All you gotta do is hit the link. Follow me. Talk to me. Love talking to you guys. You guys are the most incredible team on YouTube. It's your boy Neal. Out.